Coming at you live from DNHQ2 in beautiful South Pasadena, California. This is the Blue Heaven Podcast. What is up, Dodgers Nation? It's your boy. I'm just going to pause for you. I am Clint. You can find me as Real FRG on Twitter and the Internet Machine.
That's it.
I'm waiting for you.
That's it. Okay. It sounded like you were having a stroke in the beginning, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on you.
I mean, who
right
doesn't
now.
stroke?
That's true.
Instagram was down today, so.
Oh, it was.
It was very down.
All the basics.
Who
what a
are
rough
you,
day.
sir?
I'm Brooke. You can find me at BrookeMe3 on Twitter and Instagram. Happy Joe Kelly bobblehead night, everybody.
Joe Kelly. Wait, what?
If you really don't want your bobblehead, please don't throw it at him. We will take it.
It'd be nice to Joseph. He, let the boy sleep in your bed. He means well.
Yeah.
What is up, by the way? Aegon is already in the stream. What's going on? Adrian Gonzalez, the real YouTube version of him. I think that's what it is.
The 99 cent store version?
Yes. No. He's at least $1.05.
Right.
So on today's show, rest in peace. Corey Seager's hamstring. Like, we want you to rest and in peaceful environment.
Peace.
Get healthy. That's what we want.
Yes.
Kathy says, "Go Dodgers!" Hell yes, beat the Cubs. That's what we got to do. Yu Darvish is in town along with those Cubs. And did I mention Yu Darvish? Because Yu Darvish.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. The curious case of Joe Kelly. We do got to talk a little bit about Joe Kelly. We're going to bring in our boy. It's your boy, Mr. Diamond Hoggers himself. Clint Evans will be not here, but he'll be here in spirit.
Here.
We haven't done a show since Muncie-gate, I'm going to call it. We have to get our mad bum thoughts.
Was that your favorite part of the season so far?
I got to say it was pretty far up there.
It's up there, man. Oh, man.
Like, he welcomed him to come join him
like
around the bases.
The most humble of humans decided, you know what? Screw this guy. I'm tired of him.
And we're also, along with our lovely... Wait, in this case, I probably shouldn't say delicious, but
delicious, please.
Our lovely producer, tomorrow we will be doing the fashion show judging. Are you excited about that? I think you got to be.
Yeah, I love fashion. I love judging people, so it's great.
You can see she's
the best of both worlds.
She's very, very, very fashion forward. But first, we have to give a shout out, of course, to our good friends over at Sportscaster. There's that bug up there, stream in that upper right-hand corner, right above Brooke's head, because we're having beef right now. I think we're all far apart. Is that what it is?
I like the distance. Your burps kind of smell bad.
100% they do. Hey, you calm down, Peanut Gallery. I'm just saying. But yes, with built-in studio graphics, access to special events, you can look like a pro and sound like a pro and be the star of your own show over at sportscaster.com. That is CASTR. So if you'd like to stream and game, be your own broadcaster, go there after the stream. Not right now, because we're here to entertain.
Speaking of our stream, this is a live show, so make sure you guys drop your comments. Let us know where you're representing Dodgers Nation from. Give us your zip code. Area code. Area code's better. I don't know zip codes. Do you know zip codes?
I really don't.
I don't know zip codes. So area codes, cities is better, because now we know, because those are readable.
And if you don't know,
we can read.
We can. Right over here. I'm not looking awkwardly. I'm looking at you guys in the stream, and I see Nick. Nick Lopez is watching from Bamboo Sushi in 562 Uptown Whittier. Oh. Hey, you doing karaoke tonight?
You like Whittier.
I live there. I don't like...
Don't tell them where you live. They're going to find you.
Yeah, I live right at where Brooke lives. Kip is in the stream and says, "Yo, what up, guys? Shout out from New Hampshire. Hoo-wee. That's a bit of a drive."
Perez 1619, area code 303, Denver.
Oh, Perez is in Denver over there representing on Twitch. We got Simi Valley, Yolanda in the house. We got
J.A. Herrera from Corona, Crown Town, dog. Represent. That's where I'm from, man.
So, yeah, that's your part of the... We got Michael Bolton. Oh, wait, no, Michael Belton. Still good. Cheers to you, Michael. We appreciate
Michael
you.
Bolton?
The very same. Taylor Spencer. Saw you on stream yesterday with our buddy Greg Bergman. Had a fun
the Bergman?
Time. Yeah, we mentioned you a few times on there. Hopefully.
I missed the Bergman.
He's a good guy, nice guy, friend of the show. Joe Kelly has never done well in the regular season, but Dodger fans don't understand that he's amazing in the postseason. Has a career 2.49 ERA. I'm still supporting no matter what.
I think that's Rick's burner.
It's very important to support everybody on your team within reason. Within reason. Like, I am, you know me, I'm a proud booer. I will boo somebody when they're doing bad, so boo on you. Boo on you.
Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo.
We got Janae Juno watching from work in the 909. That's another IE kid over there.
Wait. There's too many things in the way.
Got all these IE kids. Jill Hartel Lonergan. I think that's how you say your last name. Austin, Texas, represent.
Victor from Santa Fe Springs in the house down the street. We got 4-game series going in Colorado, so you guys can go visit Perez. He's going to try to represent from there.
There you go, Perez.
So we got to get to the bad news. Mr. Corey Seager had this happen to him, and he's going to hit the IL. He did hit the IL, and is expected to be out for 4 to 6 weeks with the grade. Now it was reduced from the original expectation of grade 2+, but that was nasty. That was a nasty grab.
So I was at the game, and I was watching him specifically because, I've already established that I'm bad luck at games, guys. Yes. I'm going tomorrow. I'm really sorry about that ahead of time. I just like to say that. But it looked horrible when it happened. As soon as it happened, I was like, that's it. Yep. I had probably 10 or 15 Dodger fans around me. I didn't know them, but they were around me, and it was the most sad I've ever felt at a baseball game.
I think your pinned tweet is still like you thought Avengers,
ruined
whatever,
your year.
Infinity War, where everybody died, ruined your year. I had to make sure.
Spoiled it for everybody.
Damn it. Dumbledore dies. I apologize, kids.
Yeah.
But now it is downgraded to between grade 1 and grade 2 strain. So my big first question was, got milk? As we know, he's a notorious.
I have beer.
He's a notorious milk hater this season.
That's true.
Hater of fine moo delicacies.
I thought milk helps your bones.
I mean, I'm sure it helps your hammies.
I don't really know stuff.
You let us know in the
Just in
comments
general.
below. Randy can't see any comments. Randy Shipley.
That sucks. Did you try turning it off and turning it back on again?
That always helps. We do appreciate the few of you guys that are here, probably because we're going up against the finals while we're recording this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
the finals are on,
and the thousands upon thousands of people that are definitely at Joe Kelly bobblehead night. But bobbleheads are trouble, and so are hamstrings.
Bobble hamstrings, yeah,
Bobble
absolutely.
hamstrings.
In general, they are. Yes, they do have a tendency to linger, and you have to be careful with them after you're injured, even when you come back. Seager, in particular, actually has a history of hamstring injuries in the minor league level. He's been placed on the long retired disabled list several times for hamstring injuries at the minor league level, and now he's got this going on. So you got to feel for a guy coming off 2 major surgeries. Coming back, getting a slow start, and coming back hot, and then hitting the IL with this, it just sucks to see, doesn't it?
It really does.
Awful,
it
man.
really does.
It's been rough. You talked about how hot he was just getting to. It's got to be one of the worst timings for injuries that I've seen in a while for the Dodgers. When Cody went down last year, when Corey went down last year, he wasn't hitting that well, and it was obviously probably an effect from the injury that had been lingering, but it didn't hurt us as bad at the time as this is going to hurt us now because
no doubt.
You have some stats for us in what he's been hitting. What has he been doing lately?
Well, he's batting .336 with 6 home runs, 28 RBI over his last 30 games, so he's been hitting extremely well. And it couldn't have happened at a worse time because he was striking even better than that. He was at .459 over his last 9 games, which means he was doing well. He was doing very well. So as Cody Bellinger fell back to earth, no longer hitting 400 or 9,000 or whatever he was doing, Corey was the guy picking up the, he's picking up the slack in that regard. So now it's like, damn it, why do bad things have to happen to good people? That's all I got to say about that.
He's a good guy.
He's a nice kid, friend of the show.
Kid. But yeah, I mean, in the meantime, what do you expect and who are you looking at to pick up the slack? Because you're gonna have CT at shortstop for the majority of the time. But I mean, you're talking about a guy who is kind of been he's been pretty streaky this year.
Oh, yeah.
He hit 300 in the month of May, and now he's hitting under 200 in the month of June. We're only a week and a half into it, but he's looked lost at the plate in June. 14 strikeouts already, and we're only in June 11th.
He's really just not putting it together.
He's really not, and it's a really bad time for him to not be hot, but I'm really hoping that him getting consistent starting time like this at one position is going to be good for him. We're going to have to wait to see. But there's another option.
Gavin Lux has been on fire.
He has.
I think he hit another 2 home runs today. Dude just looks very, very the good.
He's unreal, man. He's hitting over 300. He's crushed already without counting the home runs that he's hit today. I didn't even know he hit any today, but 13 home runs, which is leading.
I think he did. I don't know.
His league.
I don't pay attention to these things.
Also has an on-base percentage of 360. His OPS is up over 900. He's phenomenal. He's young. He's at double-A level, guys. So, a 21-year-old at the double-A level, you don't know how that's going to transition to the major league level right away, but you're kind of in desperation mode.
So, I had somebody slip into my tweeter, as the kids say, about our good friend Gavin Lux. Is he our good friend? Is he your good friend? Do you know him, right?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, probably.
Tim Rogers definitely knows him.
But the biggest concern with him is he's not quite defensively ready to play shortstop at the big league level. So it's just not the best timing for Corey to go down when you don't really have a premium backup ready to go. It's one of those things. It kind of is what it is, but it is a bad time. It's definitely a bad time.
It's definitely not a good time, I'll tell you that. But,
never a good time to get hurt, I would say.
But Taylor Spencer says on Facebook, she says, like Vince Scully said, things never come easy for the Dodgers.
No.
And that could not be more true.
And this is where I wouldn't say it's nice, but at least it's good. Like it's at the right time. This is the time when you want your people to get hurt or not get hurt. You don't want them to get hurt, but you can manage it. You can survive it.
You think Adrian Beltre's looking for a job? He can play shortstop.
Yeah, I think he could play shortstop just fine. Do it. Call him. Who you got his number?
Yeah, I saw him in Monrovia that one time, so I don't know if he lives over there, but
quite some
he was
time
walking
ago.
walking out of a very random movie theater. All right. Well, if you don't have Gavin Lux, which it could really go either way right now. I'm sure they're going to go with CT at least for the bulk of it, but if he goes downhill quick, you got to think there's going to be a move made at some point. You expect him out for at least a month. It could linger. This is something that could go on a lot longer. It could, it could heal up nicely, but we talk about how safe they've played him in the past, and you kind of expect that he's going to miss a little bit more than a month, especially with this injury. And I don't know. I fully expect Friedman to do something that we don't expect. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't become one of those things where they rush him. You can't rush the kid with these hamstrings. So we saw that Puig had that problem, trying to force himself to get back way too quick, and it didn't turn out very good for the Puig.
A lot of things didn't turn out very well for the Puig a lot of times, but regardless.
Irregardless,
Corey Seager or no Corey Seager, there will be baseball played starting today, and those damn Cubbies are back in town.
Yeah, this is not the time that you want to lose your shortstop, especially the shortstop that's the best hitting player on your team. But we'll survive. We'll manage. You let them feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
Let them come in and beat up on us a little bit, and we'll go meet them in the first round of the playoffs and just. We'll go ham on them. Why not? YOLO. It's like that's what Grandma used to say.
That's it. You're all right with the Cubs just beating up on us for a little bit and just taking the L for the weekend and seeing what happens after that. Well, let me tell you something. They got a pretty good guy to start off the series in Jon Lester. And I say pretty good guy because his stats aren't very good for this year, but he has a tendency to really beat up on the Dodgers and hold us to pretty much nothing for the I'd say the majority of his career. He seems like he does that often. Just doesn't it seem like every time we play against him, we just can't hit him? Like we get runners on base, still can't steal bases on him. We ground out back to the pitcher like 95 times whenever we face him.
And then everybody trying to pretend like they're going to steal a base, and then it never happens.
Yeah. He definitely developed his pickoff move a little bit more, if you can call it that. He's got one of those little league tossovers, but he's got it down now, guys. He's got it all figured out. Cubs are 38-29 with a plus 67 run differential, and they're playing on a different level right now. They started off the season pretty crappy, and then heated up the first series we played them in Wrigley. So perfect timing. Like
you already said, you're going to the game tomorrow. I'm going to be there at the Darvish game on Saturday. I'm not going to be able to talk for quite some time, gang. That's all I'm going to tell you.
What are you going to yell at him? I'm interested to. Your insults are very specific, and that's why I like them.
I don't know. It's one of those things. You just kind of got to live in the moment,
I get Rich Hill tomorrow.
So you get to hear him yell, and then I'm going to be the one
Yeah.
yelling next
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I'm
All
so
right.
excited about it.
But that's going to
So
be the
happy.
first time you, Darvish, will be at Dodger Stadium since November 1st, 2017. Hat tip to Jen, who's now baseball and chill after Backlash.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Well, she kind of went
Rogue.
she went a little rogue, we'll say. But it's a trip. Dude's been gone for a season and a half now. 3-6 record, 4.97 ERA in 22 games as a Cub. Glad we dodged that contract.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to remember that far back because, a year ago was really difficult to remember. But when you look at that, I don't really remember what I had thought about them re-signing him, but I'm pretty sure I was on the same boat as most people were after Game 7, where it was like, screw him, please don't bring him back ever again. We never want to see this man for the rest of our lives. And then
Reasonable.
we were still a little bit shocked when he signed somewhere else. It was still like oh, wow, he really did go somewhere
the talk was that he was working out with Kershaw in the postseason or in the off season and
in Dallas.
and
Yeah.
whatnot, and they were trying to be buddies and whatever, and no doubt that he's an exceptional pitcher, but man, he just did not do it. He did not get her done over here in Los Angeles. For most of the time.
He's definitely getting racked. And the Cubs, we talked about it in the past podcast.
Mhm.
Did we? We talked about it last week, right?
Probably at some point.
Kimbrel
in time.
signed with the Cubs. I'm pretty sure it happened right as we were about to go on. That's what it was. Anyways, we'll go to that. Kimbrel signed with the Cubs. Dallas Keuchel signed with the Braves. 2 NL teams, 2 possible playoff teams, 2 possible playoff matchup teams for us.
Mhm.
How much do those signings really affect the playoff hunt? And what do you think it does for us? Because it puts us in a position where we're probably going to have to see both of those guys, or at least one of those guys at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Kimbrel he helps that club leaps and bounds. It was a huge signing that they needed to make. Undoubtedly, they needed to make that signing, and it helps them.
It makes
helps
them better.
It makes them better in the postseason. I'm just saying,
Doesn't
allegedly.
it just seem like fate that it'll be like a NLCS matchup and it goes 7 games and Kimbrel gets the last out or something like that, and then it'll just be the ultimate F. Friedman moment.
By the way, welcome finally to the stream Periscope. We've been broken for a little while. Apologies to everybody over there in our Periscope family. We mean you no harm. I guess mainly we got a lot of friends of the show over there.
Yeah, I like Periscope. There's a lot of
Anyways.
people over there.
You missed all of the best
We
stuff.
missed Jess.
We missed Jess.
Yeah,
we
so
missed,
she hasn't been watching us.
I mean, there's also hype man of the show, Chris.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
Can't forget Chris.
Wait,
I think he was
we
on
gotta give him a.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think he was on an airplane last week too, so that'd be 2 straight weeks that he hasn't seen us.
I would have been okay if he was on a boat, because that's cool. I'm on a boat. Man. Anyway, you get the point. Everybody knows the words.
Cool kids do stuff. Whatever
But,
it is.
Yeah, Kimbrel to the Cubs is huge for them. Keuchel to the Braves, I think, isn't as big, but they definitely help anybody in a playoff hunt. It absolutely helps. A billion. We got Buzzy. I'm not Buzzy. Who you calling Buzzy, mister?
Meant to say we're buzzed.
I don't think so.
Apparently, we sound a little bit buzzy. That's just our voices, guys. Is that buzzy or high pitched?
Yes.
Okay, I tried, guys. I really tried. Jermaine Armenta over on Facebook says, "What's up, Dodgers Nation? I hope Taylor, Barnes, and Kike start getting together soon. Joe Kelly may the Dodgers blue blood be in you tonight on your bobblehead." I like that. There's some poetic justice to that. Taylor, Barnes, and Kike. Yeah, they were at the bottom of the lineup the other day in Anaheim, and I called them. I said, "Thank God we have the Trash Brothers at the bottom of the lineup."
Yes.
Get it?
You tell
Instead
them.
of the Bash Brothers, they're the Trash Brothers.
I totally get it.
Trash Brothers. They're terrible right now.
You're being that
man.
guy. You're being that guy.
It was like those 3 would come up and it would be a strikeout, a strikeout, and a strikeout. Or a broken bat somewhere in there. It was just, it is what it is. But really hoping for all of those guys to come around because baseball games are supposed to be won and offense is needed for that probably, I've heard. John Madden would say, you got to score points to win games.
Yes,
and then,
yes.
That's that I couldn't
I do believe that was
true
one
statement.
I do believe that was one of those things that they said. That he said.
I can confirm that wholeheartedly. Rafael Saniego says, "Just wondering if any of you has heard any positive news regarding Jeter Downs." We have.
Jeter actually, so he started out a bit rough,
He did.
and since he's come on pretty damn strong. I think he's He's had a few multi-home run games of recent vintage, and he looks
You know what's funny?
locked in.
It's ever since he talked to Tim Rogers.
Tim Rogers, SD Tim.
So here's
totally
the thing:
fixed
we're gonna
him.
send Tim to talk to all struggling minor league players.
Is that how it goes?
That's a.
Is he the-
We'll send
the-
Andy Richter down there, and they're just like, "This is awesame." Andy Richter came to see me.
Is he
That's what they called it.
the minor
That's what they
league
called him.
whisperer? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
absolutely. He knows all
Oh.
them. They all know him.
I'm pretty sure that's got to be a lucrative career.
Minor league whisperer.
Yeah.
Someone's paying for it. I don't know, guys. Let's see.
What
Minor
else you
league
got? I know you
whisperer.
got T. I see you have some questions over there on the stream. What you got?
Yeah, so Perez 1619 said, this is about Joe Kelly. He said, I can't wait until he closes out the World Series and proves doubters wrong. I'm dying on the still believe in Kelly Hill.
Oh, he's dying on it. Oh, okay, I got it.
I mean, I think we have to still believe in Joe Kelly. We have no choice.
Well,
Like,
for
we
$25
need
committed
him.
$1 million, you can't really not believe in the man anymore. That's definitely not something that you can just throw away. I'll tell you that much. And it is what it is. It's going to be a little rough, but we're going to get by with him.
I'm trying to hear. People are saying there's a buzz, so I'm trying to find this buzz and see if I can fix it. That's it. That's all I got. What else you got, T?
Okay, Janae Juno said, can we get a Verdugo bobblehead already?
Right? I would take that. But I think that's not a bobblehead. That's like bobble chains.
What do you think? Yeah, it
It's
would
gotta be
have to have
bobble
something. It would
chains.
have some flair to it, wouldn't it? It would have to have something.
I'm pretty sure it has to. It 1,000% has to.
He should be wearing the hat that he wore to the gala last night.
We're gonna get into that gala in a
I
little
know
bit
Tamara
that
has some
thing.
pretty strong opinions about that hat.
I think she has a lot of strong opinions about a number of things from that gala.
Yeah, I have too many opinions about the gala, but I'm excited to share that with you guys today.
Fashion police expert. I think is that your full title?
Yeah, it is.
100%.
That's the only reason I'm tuning in today, actually. So.
Yeah, I think you're here.
That's how that works.
I like this. Tam Smith. Hey, Tam Smith, Brooke Smith. What do you think about this? Tam Smith says we need Smith bat in the lineup. How long until he comes back? When are you coming back?
Well, I'll tell you guys. I struck out twice last week, Sunday, on a guy who's throwing 70. So I'm going to say he probably don't want me in the lineup. Will Smith is probably going to stay down as long as he needs to unless there is a injury need. I don't think they're going to force his way back up despite how he was hitting. Yeah, that is what it is. That's the only opinion I have about it. I really thought Russell Martin was going to hit the DL after his Joe Kelly experience,
Right?
which is a good name for a band, too, if you're looking
Dude,
for
that
one.
that look.
When he was just like,
That,
after he
that
turned
was
around.
the most like dirty. We should have plugged that into
God, I
the
love
stream.
Russell.
That was just such a dirty look.
Russell and his woman at the gala last night, going back to it again, I was like, doesn't it look like your uncle and his wife? Like that. He just has that look to him.
Unky Russ.
Your uncle that's always over at Christmas time only, and he brought his wife that you've never seen before. I was like, that's exactly what those two look like.
Wife he's never seen before.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I know that uncle.
I told you.
He's
See?
usually drunk, a little drunk on wine. It's got to be wine.
He's on
On
fade.
that fine Lasorda brand wine. Wait, can people see it over your shoulder? Yes, they can barely see that. Delicious.
There
We got
it
to
is.
do something with that. We got to.
Pedro Baez bobblehead. Now
When
we're
is
talking
that
Jeffrey
coming up?
Aguirre.
Oh, yeah,
We've
turn
been looking
down-
for a Pedro Baez
There it is.
bobblehead for a very long time. You know what? It should be
There it
a
is.
Pedro Baez, like catching a line drive back at him or something. You know, just proving his strength. Even though he took it off the leg, we don't really need to be reminded of that.
I honestly would rather see the Verdugo bobble chains first, but that's just me. That's the way I am. All right, we're going to take a super quick break while we load up our guest. We have to load him up. We have to download him first.
Get
but
loaded.
we're going to talk more. We're going to get a little bit more in-depth about Joe Kelly, but we're also going to be fair about it. But we will be right back in like however long. And we're back. I have to do it that way. You know I have to do it that way.
I don't think you have to.
So it is Joe Kelly bobblehead night, and our most recent Joe Kelly expert at DodgersNation.com, Mr. Clint Evans, is joining us on the phone. Diamond Hoggers, what is going on, buddy?
Hey guys, good to be back on. How's it going tonight?
You know what? We're surviving. We're working through some difficulties, but I think everything is kosher now. I mean, it can't be much worse than it was or is for our boy Joe Kelly at his bobblehead night tonight.
Yeah, like you said the other day, I'm no rocket surgeon, but yeah, I mean, I think you and I were talking about it a little bit privately, and I was like, am I getting ahead of myself here that, like, this is the definition of insanity to keep running him out there? You know, what do you think? And, you know, you kind of said the same thing that I was already kind of going down the path with, just that it's time to take a different step with things and take a different approach. You know, obviously they've given him the leeway to work this out, and they've acknowledged that they know that there's problems. You know, Friedman said that, well, he's been bad in, 8 or 9 of his outings, but the other 8 or 9 he's been really good. You know, and I that was one of all year. You know how many quotes I read.
Yeah.
And like that quote, literally,
made
me chuckle. Yeah, it made me chuckle because it's like, there's no way a major league, front office person can say that with a straight face, right? I mean, I'd love to know if he smirked when he said that.
Well, you do know that earlier in the year, Kasten had said that it's real inside baseball stuff. Yeah. So we got a couple quotes from the front office this year that are gonna hang around for a little bit, probably be on a T-shirt eventually.
But that's one of the things we're also talking a bit more about. It's like, yeah, he's had his times, he's had different opportunities, he's had different looks to kind of straighten it out. And at some point, you need to find a way to get this kid some confidence when he's coming into the game. I made my air quote bold prediction on Twitter last week that this is going to be the start of a good run for him. And I mean, I wasn't wrong. He had 3 straight scoreless outings, so it wasn't completely wrong for him. That was a very long stretch of scoreless outings so far this season. But then Anaheim happened, and I don't quite know what happened in Anaheim. Evans, as our resident Yips expert.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think you do know what happened. I think both of you have seen it firsthand. Well, yeah, it's like I would have felt better, had he been throwing the ball well and giving up a bloop or a bleeder here. But what we saw, I think, was just a guy that wasn't trusting the ball in his own hands, and was maybe letting the moment in a tight ball game get the best of him. And like I think a couple of our people tweeted the same thing, that it just looked like a guy that kind of had the yips when he threw that ball to the backstop. So that's really concerning. I mean, I think that he's probably up in his own head right now, and that's when that's not really a mechanical thing. That's not something you can just let somebody, work out. So, if he goes out there again and does anything like that, I think you and I talked about just get him down in the minor leagues and extended rehab stint, to where he's, got some confidence back. And there's still enough time left in the season to where he comes back, early August, he could get on a roll for 2 months and still be a really big contributor, in October.
Yeah, you've built up enough of a lead where you can kind of, workshop a few things here and there. It's not ideal. That's not what you want to do in the season, but you have to figure out something with this guy. You spend a lot of money on him. Another one of the things I was thinking about with him is like you look at him, you look at the way his Dodger career is starting. I go back and I think a lot about the way Juan Uribe, our lovable Uribe started with the Dodgers. Everybody wanted his skin. I don't know. Is that a thing? Maybe that's more creepy people. Do people want skin? Let us know in the comments below.
Would you like skin?
No. I think people these days, they want like toe picks or something. It's real weird.
10 earned runs. 10 earned runs in his last 7 1/3 innings. And that's just over the course of 6 games, 4 of which were pitched in losses, 2 were pitched in blowouts.
Hey, Jess Moore is in the stream here. It says, how is Evans holding that pose the entire time?
That's really impressive. Clint,
I can't even imagine what headshot's up. It's got to be the one of me smiling.
I don't think we have one of you smiling.
I'm kidding.
No, it's you making that game-saving catch in the NLCS last year.
I love it.
Acid is trash to the skin season.
Thank you.
Skin season.
Oh, that's good. Wait, there it is. I had to turn it down. I think the buzz might be coming from this guy, so I'm trying to figure it out. But anyway, one of the things I was looking at with this Joe Kelly situation is he's an OC local. He's a Corona boy, which is OC enough. He grew up an Angels fan. I'm not saying that he was rooting for Anaheim in that situation, but I'm wondering if he had more family there at the ballpark than he has had of late at Dodger Stadium. You know, more people there. Maybe it just got to his head a little bit too much. Maybe, you know, there's just too much going on in that situation. Of course, he's a whole-ass big league ball player. That shouldn't get to you, but of course it does.
Do you know he's in the 2nd percentile for exit velocity and hard hit percentage off of him? Which means he's getting smoked.
So you're telling me
Smoked.
that's not good?
He's in the 98th percentile for fastball velocity and the 2nd percentile for exit velocity. So he has one of the hardest fastballs getting hit the hardest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I said before I came on tonight. You know, to Clint, I said, you know, I think almost foolishly, for some reason, I've still got confidence in him because, you know, I'm in love with the 98, 99 hard fastball, just like I am like the guy that can step up to the plate and hit a 3-run homer. I mean, he's got that kind of leash with me, like mentally, you know, and I just think though that, you know, as good as his stuff we've seen it can be, you know, the definition of insanity is to just, you know, to drag this on another month, and you know, you get into mid-July, and then suddenly, if you want to do an extended rehab stint, you know, you're into the meat part of August, where you're trying to figure out, you know, what your your playoff roster is going to be. I don't know. I would hate to see him work this all out in September, but you know, we're getting to that point where it's like almost decision time. Like, are they going to take a different course of action or not?
Yeah, and you know, we know this Dodgers front office, this Dodgers team is one of the finest at you know, creating these phantom DL or IL stints these days. I don't know if this is the time yet for it, but you know, he absolutely should not be seeing 7th and 8th inning with any semblance of a lead or a close game right now, just to get him right. Because again, he's a good dude. He just needs to be able to gain that confidence. That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at kind of like all of his stats too, he it's just the weirdest thing, because you think like, wow, he's walking a lot of guys, like he's missing the zone a lot. His walk percentage is actually lower than it was last year, like all of last season.
Well,
and last year his barrel percentage was in the top 8% of the league. He was missing bats even though he was walking more people. This year he's walking a little bit less people, but he's getting barreled up 9.2% of the time, which is one of the worst in the league.
Well, it's a lot harder to give up walks when you're just giving up hard hit balls,
Giving up bombs
and bomb daddies.
ball
I think it was
wall
called
balls.
Wall ball.
Wall balls.
I'm gonna go with bomb daddies.
Ball balls.
Wow.
Do you guys feel like it's helped Kelly's case, the fact that he, I hate to say it this way, the fact that he blends in a little bit rather than, you know,
Yes.
it's not like he's standing out like a sore thumb, right?
Yeah, he's not the one guy. He's not the exception. He's just another one in that. Well, I guess I'm going to call it kind of like 3-headed monster of questionable arms right now in the bullpen.
Are you
it's down to
saying-
3 because Alexander's on the IL.
Are you saying he's just another brick in the wall?
Like, God damn you!
Anyways, yeah, I definitely think you're right about that.
This is all you now. This is your show.
I definitely think you're right about that, Evans. It's a lot harder to notice it when everybody's doing poorly, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully, they all come together at the same time. It kind of seems like that's something that's going to happen with them, because I don't know. You just got to hope for that, because they're all pretty bad right now.
We have no choice but to hope.
Kenley, it's to the point now where Kenley's found his mechanics and looks a lot better than almost the entire bullpen.
Maybe
so
Kenley needs to start watching other people's video.
Whoa, and telling them what they're doing wrong. Oh my gosh. Put Kenley Jansen on Joe Kelly's video
Facebook.
watching, and make sure he's watching his mechanics from the World Series last year. Watch it from last year. There you go.
And I mean, I can't recall. I mean, I tried to avoid remembering the bad times that was the 2018 World Series, but I don't remember him throwing this many changeups or that many changeups. Then he's throwing this changeup. No doubt, it looks like a nasty pitch, but when you're missing all the time and then you're just grooving a fastball right after, it hasn't been a good combination. When we first signed him, the whole idea was the conversation. They liked the conversation outside of, hey, we'll give you 3 years when everybody else else wants to give you two, that's a nice, very nice part of the conversation. But him talking about, I like what they said, I like what they see in me, and the kid, mechanics and pitch selection, all this presentation they brought to me. This is kind of the Dodgers' plan with him, and so far it's not working.
Are you going to go back and watch the tape from start to finish of those World Series games to see if he threw a changeup?
I'm absolutely not going to do that.
I didn't know.
I'm not that sadistic, man.
Another important thing to bring up too. I mean, it's not lost on the fan bases. I mean, they're passionate about the Kelly issue.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The most commented upon sports thing I've ever written was that Kelly post the other day.
That blew up on you, man.
Yeah, there was 100 plus, and it was wasn't like all my mom and like me. There was like 106 comments, and it was all different people, and they're mostly, they're fed up with Kelly. Mm-hmm. It's going to be really must-see TV / social media, with it being Joe Kelly bobblehead night, just to see, the creations that people make with that little doll tonight. I can't even imagine what we're going to see, but hopefully, he gets in, nice clean inning. But that seems not realistic right now.
Maybe we need to have him, chilling in the outfield with our Asthmatic Hispanic here calls him over on Periscope, the ace of the bullpen, Pedro Báez. Have him standing out there in that foul pole line of shade with Pedro, and they can learn together.
Let him pinch run.
Now we're talking.
No, he actually blew a hamstring one time running on a play. So we don't want to do that.
No, that might be good. I don't know.
But Alfredo over on Facebook says, I feel like Baez was in the same boat and came back to be one of our most reliable arms out of the bullpen, and 100%.
That's true.
That's.
I do have a solution for Joe Kelly, though, to get back into the good graces of Dodgers faithful. Would you like to hear it?
Give us some money. Beer. Also
beer. If you sponsor this show, we will all love you. How about that? No. Addison Russell is in the lineup tonight, so if he wants to put one into Addison's ribs, just for
Drill City,
just for the Dodgers faithful. A lot of Dodgers fans don't like Addison Russell for a good reason. He's a pretty garbage human being.
Reason.
But I think you would earn a lot of respect if you very clearly purposely drilled that man in the ribs. How about that? That's my plan. That's all I got for you guys. I'm a bad coach.
You didn't hear it from us, though.
Yeah.
We got to be fair about it.
It was Jess.
All right, one last. We'll give you one last word on this, Mr. Evans. Do you think he does figure it out sometime this season?
Oh, I thought you were going to give me a little more rope and say in the next 3 years.
No, you got to figure it out now.
Right?
Tonight, does he figure it out?
Does he figure it out in the next hour? So I think that I'm going to say that Joe Kelly throws good, meaningful innings for the Dodgers in 2019. That's, I'm a big gut feels guy, and I do think that he's going to get this on track, and he's going to write a happy ending to this season somehow. Again, I'm a big believer in his stuff. I think that he's going to, have a 3-week or month stretch where, he gives up a run or two, and I think he's going to still win over the hearts of some Dodger fans this year.
That's confirmed. He is never going to do well with them
done.
hot takes.
Are you putting a bet on him? Because I'm definitely not going for them.
Mr. Diamond Hoggers, thank you for hanging out with us. Clint Evans, we appreciate the time, brother, and hopefully you are right and he does get it figured out pretty soon. But if we can get our hands on one of those bobbleheads, we'll ship it your way along with another one of those Friend of the Shuck shirts that took us like 3-4 months to get you.
No, he got them. Don't worry.
Better late than never, guys. Thanks for having me on. Have a
easy.
great night, guys.
You too.
All right, man. Thank you.
So, moving, if we could switch gears a little bit here, because we got more. We got to talk about the All-Stars, but we also got to talk about the gloriousness that was, what is it? What is it? The Diamond Gala.
Oh, yes, the Diamond Gala, where fashion was invented.
She prepared that for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was really waiting for that moment.
Fashion
she
was
even
invented.
put her hand on her hip for it.
Fashion was invented, I believe, by Jock Peterson, right?
No.
No.
Jock the picnic table Peterson.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, man. He tried. Right?
I don't think he did.
I like it. I honestly really, really dug his ensemble. Anyway. Hey, Brooke.
Hi.
Remember that time? You remember that time you got in a fight with all of Padres Twitter?
And they called me ISIS.
Remember that time Isis Brooke was born because you got in a fight with all of Padres Twitter because you said Chris Paddock is what? Just
Overrated.
a little overrated. You didn't even go that far.
I didn't go that
yeah,
far.
it wasn't even
I said
that spicy
he's
of a
too
take.
hyped because he only faces bad teams and underperforms against actual decent teams. And several thousand Padres fans, including Chris Paddock's brother and his agent, both came after me and told me that I was the worst person on earth and that I knew nothing about baseball. Chris Paddock followed that up by getting hammered by two good teams in, I believe, the Phillies and then the Yankees, and then getting sent down to minor A.
Single A.
Minor A baseball. Of course,
And
it's for
again,
innings limit reasons.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not necessarily he was doing a bad job.
You didn't come at them with like just bubbling hot takes or anything like that. It was
I generally don't have those.
These are statistic numbers that say he does poorly against 500 or better teams. I think essentially is what it was.
Yeah, it was boiled down to not even great teams, just
And
plus
then
500 teams.
As they go to send him down to curb his workload, all of a sudden, over his last 5 starts, he's sporting that 5.76 ERA, which, to my knowledge, is not good.
To my knowledge, it is not. And all you freaking Padres homers, just have a seat, enjoy it. It's going to hurt you for a little bit, and I'm glad you feel pain. How about that?
Yeah, you let him know.
I like being right. I really like being right. It's not often it happens, but I like being right.
You're always constantly right. You're the most right person in all of humanity and all the other places, too.
I appreciate that. Jess says to at me next time I decide to rampage. So I don't know if she's going to fight me about it or she wants to help me. I'm not really sure. But either way, I'm down.
Bit of column A, bit of column B, I believe.
Also, speaking of the Padres, the lovable and adorable Friar Phil is out of the hospital today. So
hey, that's awesome.
Sending him our love and well wishes.
I think there it is. All right, I got it set up. So this one might be looking a little bit ahead, just a little bit, a lot of bit ahead.
Little lotta.
But I saw this poll about World Series umpires, like who of the worst two. Again, this is real quick, and this makes no sense in this show, but I had to bring it up. It's Game 7 of the World Series, and you have your choice of who the home plate umpire is. Take your pick: Angel Hernandez or Joe West.
Ooh.
Is there a third option, which is death?
If I had to be honest, I would probably pick Country Joe.
Oh, 100%. 87% of the people chose Country Joe West.
That's a good call. Angel Hernandez doesn't have any business in any baseball. Maybe slow pitch softball.
No,
maybe a little.
No.
He's kind of got the blind eye thing going on, which a lot of softball umpires do, where they can't figure out how to look at the base and listen for the ball. They're running down the line and your head's moving around. There's no way you could see that play. He's got a little bit of that in him, and he's just a freaking jerk, man.
Yeah, he's so bad about it.
Plus,
he won't own it.
Plus, I have a little bit of respect for Joe West just because he had that stare down with Madison Bumgarner, and I really appreciate that about him because that was a great moment in baseball.
Press 1619 says Joe West because Hernandez can't see anything. Oh, Taylor Spencer, Angel Hernandez for the World Series. Do you want to watch the world burn?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's just that's
I
poison.
asked it the other day. This is an aside. I said, do you guys have any websites that you go to for umpire statistics? Because I think that would be a really interesting thing to dive into because I want to know how awful he actually is by the numbers because I have no way to quantify that other than the fact that everything I've ever seen is awful from him. So
yeah.
That would be the next big website. Instead of baseball reference, it's umpire reference.
By the way,
we should start it.
Real Jess says that she missed us. We missed you too.
We missed you.
We put up the crooked canvas just for you.
It's actually hanging up now.
No, those two over there. I think this is the crooked canvas. Do you guys consider that? That's the original crooked canvas.
Oh, it was at the other one. Yeah, you're right.
Because I had just barely put. Expert contractors put it up on the wall. 100% expert contractors.
There's a dog and a woman up there.
Taylor Spencer says, I was joking. We know. Nobody ever wants Angel Hernandez. Ray over here with a hot take. Angel Hernandez is easily a better dude than Joe West. I don't.
Ray.
You're entitled to your own opinions 100%, Ray, but I don't see it.
You're entitled to your own wrong opinion. It's all right. That's fine.
Angel Hernandez he's a dick.
He's not a good dude, man.
Straight up dick.
I mean, I don't know what he is at home, but
he's suing his own employer for what discrimination or whatever. Yeah. Even though you're bad at your job. There are whole ass videos, libraries of videos on YouTube dedicated to how bad Angel Hernandez
is.
Right? Aren't they great?
I love that. I'm like, wow, look how bad he is at his job.
They do it where dude, there was the way he blew 4 plays, 4 calls
during that Yankee game.
in a Yankee. Was it? I think it's Yankee against Boston or whatever.
Like
it was
that,
a playoff game
where they kept reviewing his
calls.
plays, and they were just
And
like,
he just
"Oh
walks
God,
away
here we
like-
go
like-
again." Even the announcers are like, "Oh boy, here we go
Like
again."
there's no doubt that Country Joe West is also not undickish, which is a new word. But Angel
he's kind
Hernandez
of
is just
lovable to
bad.
an extent, though.
Angel
Remember when he got
Hernandez
hit by the foul ball in the gut?
That was good.
And he just
That was good.
flexed.
Yeah, he was straight flexing on him, as the kids say.
Canada Gale also says that Country Joe.
Yeah. Everybody, we're right, and
Good
anybody who
call.
says
if
Angel
Gail
Hernandez.
said if Gail said that it's true, then it's true, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. Her
By the
word
way,
goes.
You guys ever seen Gale and Doyers Please in the same place? I didn't think so.
We didn't
Just
think
saying.
so. It's confirmed.
So we got to get a little All-Star vote here. Little All-Star update.
Are we gonna get flagged for this?
No, because this is a very special
Public
version.
domain.
Yeah, I willed it. I think it's okay. And if we do get flagged, at me, bro. My name is at BrookMe3. Best version.
I love Shrek.
So Dodgers, Cody Bellinger's leading. As we have this on in the background, Cody Bellinger is. Do you hate it? Tell me. Tell us how many.
Feels
How
like I'm
much you
having
hate
a
it.
stroke.
How much you hate
No,
it?
I love it so much, but like we should stop.
This is what she listens to before bed. Just all on a loop for an hour.
The worst part is I sing this most of the time.
I want you to play this on a loop for 10 hours at my funeral.
I'm pretty sure they have this version. Anyways,
Appreciate it.
Cody Bellinger leads all National League players in All-Star votes as of the most recent vote that came in. Among outfielders, Belly's number 1, Jock is number 4, and Alex Verdugo is number 9 in the vote totals. That's pretty damn good.
I like how you just keep casually mixing it in.
Well,
like,
they don't stop coming in. They don't stop.
they
anyway.
don't stop coming. You're right. That's a good call, guys.
By the way, Bryce Harper is number 10. 3 Dodger outfielders are currently ahead of Bryce Harper, as our boy Bergman pointed out on Twitter. Like that's exceptionally bad, dude. But no, I like our voter. I think the new Google way of voting has really helped us ballot box stuff.
Yeah,
A little
Dodgers
bit.
fans figured out how to vote this year.
Mhm.
You remember when the Royals voted in like
Right.
19 players?
That was terrible. It was like the most worstest.
Yeah, I'm glad they really figured out the voting system to be something a little more fair, at least.
I think this is the name of the episode. I'm so sorry, guys.
I think
Yeah,
my
I mean,
favorite
that's-
part was seeing Alex Verdugo actually ahead of Bryce Harper in the voting.
As the way like it needed to happen.
We wrote it up
deserved
like
it.
that. Just how you wrote
Yeah.
it up, guys.
We
knew that
deserved
was
it.
coming.
All right, that was too many. Comedy rule of 3, guys. But goddamn, this is so good.
That's like 12 times.
It's so good. By the way, I do think Logan Forsythe should be in the All-Star game. Just to say that.
Never heard of her.
Anyway, I wanted to talk a bit about this. Mad Bum, man. He just kind of needs to go away. And this is before, just a little bit here on the stream side, live, a little bit before game time right now. Yeah, what were your thoughts on Mante's Splashgate?
I have an unpopular opinion.
What do you got? Don't stop coming.
Yep. So we have this whole conversation about let the kids play, and I like fire and I like passion in baseball, and I love bat flips and I love the showmanship on a home run. I love when a player pimps a home run. It's
Yeah.
the friggin' coolest thing ever. I don't like Madison Bumgarner as a person, as a baseball player, as a Giant. I do, however, I had some similar opinions, not the same as his post-game comments about it when he was saying, that's how he plays and that's how I play. Let me be how I am. You let him be how he is. You let Tim Anderson be how he is.
Mhm.
The league lets him do that. Let me be how I am. He's fiery. He gets angry about stuff. That's just who he is. And if he's going to be that, I think he should be that. And I don't mind it. I like that he keeps up the rivalry, because the rivalry is dead, guys.
It really is.
It
Really is pretty damn dead.
It's there's nothing there. I mean, when's the last time you saw the Giants and Dodgers get into it? They just don't do it anymore unless Madison Bumgarner's there. What are they gonna do when he's not there? Who are they gonna fight? You can't fight Pablo. He's a little plush toy.
I think that deserves that. Yeah, no, Panda's not the guy you fight. Panda just seems like an overall good dude.
They got the.
You fight Aubrey Huff.
Aubrey Huff for sure. That guy is a tool.
Yeah.
That guy is a tool.
Straight up tool. Like, you see, what does country strong means?
It just means
Or
you're
mean.
big and racist, I think. I'm not really sure.
You know what? I think that is on point for that regard.
It's a good call on that one. But
I hate Mad Bum. Just saying, I hate him.
you hate him too?
Yes.
That's good. Most
Problem.
Dodgers fans do. There's also a sect of. I had to be careful saying that. There's a sect of Dodger fans that want him on the team, strangely enough.
It happens.
And we actually have a good article about that over on
Yes.
DodgersNation.com where you can check out all
Really
of our
good.
latest news and editorials, including that one
Really good
featuring
article.
an article about why he should not be on the team. I won't spoil it for you. You just go read it.
Well, I think you kinda
DodgersNation.com.
did. I think you kind of did in that one.
Well, I
In
didn't
that-
really
in
though.
that
I didn't say
statement.
like everything about it.
So I loved the Max shot, and we've seen Max Muncy shots. We've seen his pimp shots as we got about however long I decide left on this. We've seen his pimp shots. That was not a pimp shot. He hit the ball. He did 20% of a bat flip.
It was like an accidental.
He looked and then put his head down and started running. And like, why is Mad Bum so obsessed with looking at what the batter is doing?
He doesn't like that. Did you see somebody tagged us on our Twitter account the
I
comparison
don't
from
pay
when
attention.
Bum,
did it,
Bumgarner took I think
Maeda deep or somebody.
one of them deep and
A Dodger starter pitcher
took him deep and it was like the exact same pace. And I was like,
Mad Bum, you're a
interesting.
hypocrite. You're kind of a prick. But Gail wins our tweet of the week, which we're not going to plug it in the stream. But Gail said, "Max be nimble, Max be quick, Max putting on a defensive show at the formal Candlestick," which doesn't. I mean, it's not about that particular play, but that was good
That's impressive.
because that was when he was making
That is
like
impressive.
all of these diving plays at second base and that Kershaw start.
It was like,
Good
what
stuff.
is
We're
happening,
We're
dude?
very proud of you on that one. Yeah.
We appreciate you, buddy.
Buddy. All right, so fashion, what is this? Fashion police, fashion show
Fashion show at
judges.
lunch.
Yeah, so it's
This is the
fashion
most glorious
police here. So Dodgers had their gala last night, and the players showed out, and
Gaia.
here are some of their best or worst outfits, depending on what you guys think. So this is Kershaw and
Ellen, yeah.
Ellen Kershaw.
They look
Thoughts?
good. They look fine. They look like professional human beings.
They do look like professional human beings. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like their Kershaw always has that like I'm a dad and I'm tired kind of outfit, but it works for him. Like it really does. He's killing it.
What were your thoughts?
Okay, it's controversial now to say that it's creative because it ended up not being creative because of Stripling. No offense, but I do like his outfit, and his sneakers are very white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Isn't that a good thing? Like, don't you? If you're gonna have white sneakers, don't you want them very white?
No, that's a compliment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was confused
Okay.
by that. I thought it was.
So
an insult.
wait, who showed up first though? Was it Kershaw or is it Stripling? Because I feel like that's an important question.
Is it?
I don't know.
Like, is he? You're saying you don't like it because Stripling was also wearing it?
I don't like
That's
it.
his.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry. Okay, and next,
Any next?
next it's Kike and Mariana. And
They look good.
They look amazing.
My friend Kike. I mean, yeah, sporting some more white kicks. They look good. I
I like that look.
I think Mariana had the best Instagram of the whole night. Like her just kind of bouncing back and forth. Well, I mean, JT's live stream was really
that
good.
was pretty
but
good
yeah.
too. Yeah. I'm really confused. Maybe T, you can help me understand this. Where's her right leg at? Because
She
is
doesn't
it like
have it.
behind a fold of another fold? Because I can't tell what's going on with that dress, but I'm intrigued.
Okay,
Photoshop.
here's the theory.
She has one leg.
It's a jumpsuit almost, but one leg is supposed to go forward, the other one goes behind the blue fabric, and it's like an Angelina Jolie kind of tease.
I know her.
Moving on.
Yeah, that's good.
The best photo of the night.
Oh, by far.
I love him.
Dude, that is gold. Richard Dick Mountain Hill.
What do you call that look? What do you? What do you
That
call
calls
that?
somebody that is an almost 40-something that used to rage through the Seattle punk scene.
Dude, he was having fun last
Yeah,
night.
he was
like, more
going
than anybody
ham. He
else
was
on the
going
team,
hard.
I think.
By the way, was it Caitlin? Caitlin looked fire too. The Hills brought it. They
The
straight
Hills
up
brought the
it.
heat last night. He's ready to pitch tomorrow.
But yeah, Richie was on a good one last night.
Did he have like sequins on that too? Like
Yes.
what is that going on there? Bedazzlement?
How
T?
much do you love that look?
I would die for this look. It's so good. Like, I really love it.
Do you think he's gonna sell that suit jacket? 'Cause
I would buy it. I would buy both outfits right there.
I think that one jersey where he died on the plate sold for like $1,200, but I'd pay that for that jacket.
Hold on, we got some in here. so Tati's in the stream. We got Nerdy Dodger saying, "Fashion judges, I am here." I don't know what Russ Werzer. Russ was the worst. Kenley was the best. We got a Kike was a 10 out of 10. Gail is happy she made her tweet of the week. Her life is complete. We're very happy.
We're proud of you, Gail. That was a good one.
I do like Tati's point here. Chris does. CT3 wins the most consistent award because I think he has his one suit he got in like 2004 at Sears, and it still fits him.
Didn't he show up last year alone too?
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah,
I think he's.
Well, he came with a Bud Light this time.
Did he? I think we have the photo.
Oh, do we?
Yeah,
That's quality.
It's coming up.
This is bad.
Oh God! Wait, we missed Ryu.
Yeah.
No, we got to talk about Jock because Jock was something different.
Okay, but Ryu's holding his woman's purse. That's her purse, right? Is it her purse?
I think. No.
Or was that his?
I thought it was a fanny pack or something.
Is that his handbag?
It was a fanny pack, right? I think we have confirmation. Was it? She don't know.
It was a clutch.
Oh,
is it his clutch or her clutch?
No, it was his clutch because she had her own.
Oh, never mind, guys.
It was a man clutch.
I thought he was holding her purse for her.
Jess says, Kirsch looked okay, casting his trash's prayers up for Jock. You know what? He was trying to go for a Bruno Mars look, and apparently he only watched the In Living Color inspired video.
Finesse?
Finesse, yeah. So, whatever. I like it. I like that he tried. He tried. He straight up tried. That we're going to move on. We're going to move on.
My sister just sent me the picture of Isis Brooke. She said, I found it.
It's so good. Everybody loves Rich,
Thank you, at Padres fans.
But yeah, no, straight up, Kenley does look, that is on point. Kenley and Gianni looked like they were straight up ready to go anywhere and get a table right wherever they want.
And Gianni's a queen. Look at her.
I think she's become the queen of the wags, if I'm not mistaken.
She's killing it.
He'll pick his classic nice. He walked in with a beer. Wait, did CT3 walk in with a beer?
He didn't walk into the party with a beer.
Was he pre-gaming the
gala? He got one like when he got into the gala, but he definitely had a beer in his hand when they announced him on stage. And he came down by himself, and it was like, hey, we know who you're dating, man. You should have just brought her.
Allegedly.
They're
dating.
Okay.
Come on.
The boys.
Oh, my God. That is a pick. That is a pick and a half. Like, that dude, like... Those boys, they're that group that's like, we're gonna go out to the bar tonight. You know, we don't even need chicks, bro. And then they all like by 1:30 are just trying to get all the chicks, all of them, like literally all of them. They want like 7 each. It's like, no, we're gonna go play beer pong back at my mom's
Kyle's house.
Kyle, damn Kyle.
It's always Kyle's mom's house.
Damn Kyle. What are your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that trio?
Doesn't Walker kind of look like an advanced dad? Like he's almost got like a dad body in that suit too. It's very interesting to me.
Anyway, we broke her on that one. I think we got one more, right? Is it the final one? No, that's also a good pick.
Really
Daddy
good
Russ. Daddy Russ looks like fire.
That's Uncle
I
Russ.
love that. Uncle Russ. Uncle Daddy Russ. Cody's just like, am I in the right spot, bro?
You want me to stand here?
Wait, where is it? I know. Did you get it in there? Did you get that?
I do hold on. We're gonna skip through these. I'm so sorry, Ross Stripling. You look amazing.
We'll talk to him next week. That's right. I said it for the show.
Boss Ross.
I love this photo because they forced him to be in the picture with them. They're like, no, you get in here. The third wheel, the forever alone CT3. At least at these events, Chris, we love you, man. You're great. You're a shortstop.
I like the awkward arm. Like the one that like he won't curl back in because he's awkward, so he was like, "I'm just gonna let it dangle here." Like, what do I do with my hands?
You do this.
Really did you see the video where they were like, "Cody, who are you wearing tonight?" He said, "Suit, sunglasses,
suit,
pizza."
Wait, I know you have it. Put it on. I need to see the dance. I need to see the Rich Hill dance. Where's the Rich Hill dance?
Okay, you got it.
And this is how we're gonna end it, pretty much.
You're welcome, guys.
We're gonna call it the dance ritual.
Look at how great that is. That is just glory in a hand sack, whatever it is. And then of course we got some beautiful. We got a little beautiful bird there from Walk.
I like how he has his thing and he sticks to it, and I'm okay with it.
Who he has his thing?
Walker Buehler.
He has a thing? What is his thing?
He flips off people all the time.
Well,
like cameras and stuff. I love it.
Come on, it's Walker effing Buehler.
He's a kid, man.
That's his thing.
Let the kid dance.
Let the kid dance. Let the boy sleep in your bed.
No.
That I think that was just great. We got Tati saying, "Ah, Christopher." Jess very nicely said, "CT3 should have brought me." I think, yeah. I mean, if you had your old Twitter account, ooh, that's right, I went there. Ooh. Anyways, thanks, guys. You can find us on the internet at DodgersNation.com. Subscribe to Blue Heaven on iTunes, not Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, Player FM, everywhere podcasts live.
I'm proud of you for getting through that. You stumbled a little bit, but you found your way.
You know, this is the part where you're supposed to wrap.
Yeah, no, I'm wrapping it right now. I was just making sure we made eye contact on that before. I'm at BrokeMe3. This guy over here is at Real FRG. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram. We are at
talking about stumbles there.
We're at Dodgers Nation on Twitter and at Official Dodgers Nation on Instagram because some jerk took at Dodgers Nation probably, I can only assume. No? Huge thank you to our crack production team in-house. Thank you guys for all that you do. Miss Tammy, Miss Hill, Miss Stan.
Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye.